the mint green came out, that overtook the Wimbledon, and then now this is like the best combination.
So the issue is everybody has one for sale and nobody's buying them.
We can do this for 13,750.
Wow, there we are.
And our deal of the week price, this is going to move very fast. We are unstickering a Datejust 41, but this is at the customer's request.
I think if we could get you one for like 6.5.
That's just got a little bit too much.
Absolutely amazing from the back.
I like it. I don't think you get a better watch for like under 20 grand then. Two options on the rhodium. I know you've sent the 2023, which I can grab out also.
2020 as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, so we've got it. This is the 2020 that I'm going to show you. Then we can obviously pull out the 23 as well. But for starters, so this is the rhodium 2020, but this is unworn.
Right, okay.
So that's why I thought it would be a good option, because it is quite a little bit less, but obviously, essentially, you're just getting the exact same watch. You're just getting a watch that's 3 years older, but the watch condition is unworn. And then obviously, you've got your green motif. So again, slightly more. This is with stickers, so this is completely unworn. It's 2022.
Yeah.
But it just depends which one you prefer in person, obviously.
Yeah, well, I spotted this and the other one yesterday. I didn't see this one until this morning.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to see the normal mint green as well? So this has obviously got the motif. I'll grab
I think it's the motif one I like.
So I don't know what you prefer. Do you prefer the Jubilee strap?
Yeah, I do,
yeah. So the Jubilee. So essentially, it's the same watch, but obviously that's the plain mint green dial as opposed to the motif.
I think the motif and the Jubilee.
It's probably the best configuration on the Datejust now. Obviously, for the longest time it was the Wimbledon, and then now obviously the mint green came out, that overtook the Wimbledon, and then now this is like the best configuration.
Honestly, when I saw this yesterday, I thought, yeah, definitely.
But I do like the rhodium as well, but it's entirely up to you. You can't really go wrong with either of them, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean that one's a little bit more subtle, isn't it? But
yeah, try them on and see what you think.
One of those things, you know, as soon as you put it on, it's
a hard decision, isn't it? What would you go for? Harry has a Wimbledon also, so that's the Wimbledon as well. So that's like the rhodium with the green Roman numerals. So it's the rhodium or the this one probably out the
definitely. It's the Jubilee I really like.
You're going to see less of the fluted motif, and you're going to see less of the green.
Yeah.
Overall, just because it's been out for a way shorter time.
You can't go wrong with either, but it's just
choice, but the greens are a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, so obviously this has been out since the Datejust 41 ranges came out. This has literally only been out a year. Still to this day, you don't actually see that many floating about. So it's 2022 data, but it's full stickers. It's got the barcode sticker and the case stickers.
How much was this one?
Yeah, so that's up for 13,950.
Yeah.
And then the 2020, you can do that for 10,500. So there is obviously quite a big difference in price. Obviously that's down to age, but majority it's to do with the dial. The dial's very hot, and the dial's the most expensive dial you can get in a Datejust 41. So it's just whether you think the dial's obviously worth the extra money, because that's essentially what it comes down to. The age, not a massive difference, obviously 2 years, but...
Yeah, I did have my heart set on that yesterday. I was telling my business partner this morning, he's got one.
Yeah.
He was like, as soon as you see the green one, you're going to go. Yeah, so what can you do on that one?
We can do this for 13,750.
Spot on, we'll take it.
Yeah, no
Brilliant.
problem.
Cheers, mate.
What I'll do is I'll grab the box and papers. If you want to try it on, I can see how many links you need adjusted as well.
Do you not mind?
Yeah, we can get that adjusted through. So as long as it's comfortable for you, then that's perfect. Looks so good in person, I think. I've never seen anyone with one on the wrist either. So there's your warranty card. So I'm not sure if you're aware, but you need to keep this safe because it's a difference between like £1,500 to £2,000 if you do lose it. So just keep it in the box. And then this is your Datejust booklet. We are unstickering a Datejust 41, but this is at the customer's request. I won't just take the stickers off any Rolex that come with it. So the thing with the stickers is if you're not going to wear the watch, having the stickers is it's like gold dust almost. And 9 times out of 10 people buying a stickered watch would just not be wearing it. They would just be putting it away. Yeah. So it's got this K stickers and the main barcode. But it's very rare to see, because obviously when you go to the goldsmiths, if they actually talk to you, and if they actually get you a watch, they'll do this in front of you. They won't let a watch leave 9 times out of 10 with any stickers on it at all. But there you go.
Thank you very much.
An unstickered Datejust 41 green motif. Don't hate me in the comments. It was the customer's request.
So all I'm doing with this is just checking the condition of the glass to make sure there's no marks or scratches on it, because we had to replace a glass for a Milgauss recently, and it was probably one of the most expensive glasses we've had to buy.
Was that one that you didn't check for me, like, John?
No comment. A Daytona or a Datejust or something like that, there's a lot of them around. They're maybe between £100 and £200 to replace. If you look at like a Sky Dweller or a Milgauss or a Deep Sea, something like that with a more unusual glass, that can be probably in excess of £500 to replace. So a little scratch can become an expensive job. How much is it you're looking for?
About 9, mate.
Yeah, it was plastic.
Okay, so what I would say is the watch has just been discontinued, and you would have expected the price to go up.
I know everyone's been sitting on these waiting to liquidate on discontinuation.
So the issue is everybody has one for sale and nobody's buying them. For reference, I bought a blue one, 2022 last week, for £9,000, and
The blue's more desirable than
the blue's more desirable. It's a year newer, and I've still got it, and I'm struggling to sell it for probably 10% more than that. So I think you've got two options with this. If we were buying it, we would pay probably between 7 and 7.5. If you let us sell the watch for you, I could look to return probably £1,000 more than that.
Okay.
We can try to sell it over a period of time. Because it's got a new card, it's got a better chance of selling, I think. It's in very good condition. It'll cost us £100 for a polish, and the watch will be brand new. But I think that's the best possible thing. Obviously, I can try to do that over a period of time. At any stage, I'll buy it, and if you decided that you wanted to keep it, then we'll return the watch to you.
Okay, fair enough, mate. What's the time period that the 7 to 7.5 offers before? Is that just not indefinite, obviously?
If you wanted to give it a thought for a couple of days, I can't imagine that's going to change.
Okay, spot on.
What I would say, unless you wanted the money straight away, it makes sense to let us try and sell it first, and then you're going to get more. You're going to get £1,000 more. Like I say, if it doesn't sell, I'll buy it off you at any stage, or you're welcome to your watch back.
Okay, fair enough. Give us a couple of days to mull it over.
Of course, mate.
While I'm here, Cartier Santos ADLC. What can you source one of those for?
Is that the black one with the rubber strap?
It is, mate. It's almost like a grey outer.
Yeah. We've had them before.
We probably sold two recently, but we don't have one now. So is it the full black watch, or is it just the black bezel?
It's a black bezel, mate.
So I think the list price is a little over 7,000. I think
just shy now, you know. I think
well, that's it. That's it. Last time I checked, I remember them being 7 something, but everything seems to go every 6 months now. I think if we could get you one for like 6.5, 6.5. The best way is if I get offered one from the public. If I go and source one from another trader, it'll be at least 500 quid more. So it just depends on your time scale.
full warranty as well.
Yeah. It'll be like it was bought from Cartier. Full box papers, everything else with it. So if I was you, give it some thought about your Milgauss. If you allow us a little bit of time selling your watch, and then using the funds to buy the new watch that we've sourced off a member of the public, will get you the best possible deal. Obviously, if you wanted me to buy that watch today and get you a new watch tomorrow, that's possible. So it just depends how long you can wait. I would suggest we can do everything within sort of, if I said 4 to 6 weeks as a maximum, I'm sure we wouldn't have any problem selling your watch and sourcing your new watch for a good price. But like I say, give it some thought.
Yeah, we'll do it.
And you know where we are. Are you quite local to us?
Oh, I just live across the water, mate.
Right, okay, well you're welcome to pop back all the time.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You. John.
Nice to meet you.
Right, thanks.
Okay guys, so it's that time of the week. I'm back off holiday and I'm going to be doing the Tudor hat trick for the deal of the week. So starting off on my left, we've got the Black Bay Tudor. This is a 41mm version, full stainless steel case with the matte black features on the bezel and the dial. It's also got like almost like a rose gold finish into the dial as well. Retail price on this piece is $3,370. Our website price is $2,750, and our deal of the week price, you're gonna have to move fast, is $2,250. So the watch itself is 2018 box papers, tags, everything with it. So to get that deal, you're gonna go onto our website now. You're gonna go on this product code, which is 4031. You're gonna check out and then apply the discount code YouTube 4031, and that'll automatically set the discount, and then you can check out obviously at the deal of the week price. Moving on to my right, we've got a Tudor Royal. So it's the Day-Date with the stunning blue dial, stainless steel watch, 41mm case. which has actually got quite an interesting bezel and bracelet design from Tudor. It's quite rare and unique. This watch actually looks a lot more expensive than it is. So this watch is retailing currently at £2,060. Our website price is £2,000, so it's just under retail price. And our deal of the week price, this is going to move very fast, is £1,500. And this is a 2022 version with box papers, full set with tags, everything. And again, you're going to go on the website, you're going to type in 3324, and then you're going to apply the discount code YouTube 3324 to get the automatic discount off the deal of the week price. And then last but not least, we're going to move on to this. So this is the GMT Black Bay. This is the Rootbeer, very familiar to mine, which is the Rolex GMT-Master II. It's got the brushed satin finish links, unlike the Rolex which has the polish, so it's very durable. It's going to be a great everyday watch, which is a little bit more special than a full stainless steel watch. A little bit more flash with the black and the brown bezel. So this watch is currently retailing for £4,910. We've got it on the website for £4,250, so already quite a good discount, nearly £700. And we're going to knock this one out for deal of the week for £3,750. So you're going to have to move very fast on all. Again, you're going to go on our website, you're going to type in 4014. You're going to add it to your basket. You're going to apply the discount YouTube 4014, and then you're going to automatically get the deal of the week price. This watch is 2022 box papers, unworn as new condition. So again, guys, you're going to have to move very fast on all of these. Pause the video now, go on the website, check out on which one you want. It wouldn't surprise me if someone actually checks out on all three because the discounts are that good.
So I'm virtually brand new from my holiday in Greece, Skiathos, which I'm going to put a little shout out to Chris from Leeds that bought me a drink. I didn't know who'd bought me a drink, and the barman said, the gentleman at the end of the bar, and he'd said, I watch you on YouTube. So Chris's favourite watch is a Rolex Daytona. If anybody wants to buy me a drink in future in bars, I'll put a shout out for you. So I've done a homage to Cartier today. These belong to a friend of mine who wants them both servicing, polishing before he goes away on his holidays. So I thought, you know how I like this sport, something different. So here we are, for anybody that knows it. No drum rolls, no big build up, but a vintage pyramid box.
Before you open it, what era did those boxes run to?
So I'm going to say that this watch is original to the box or original to the era of the watch. So this box is a mid 50s to early 60s. A little bit older than I am. Without further ado, wow, there we are. For the layman, it's a Rolex Submariner 5508. It's what's known in the trade as a James Bond no crown guards. I would say that this is either its original box or an age-related box. There's no Rolex paperwork with it, but there's a receipt for a service in 1986 from a watchmaker in a local town, Hexham, in Northumberland. It was fully overhauled, fitted with a new centre wheel, and I can't make the writing out for something else.
And how much was it?
In 1986 it was for £63.25. I wish I could do work for that now, but unfortunately we can't. Went into the workshop yesterday. One of the things that we always do with the modern watches is that, and for this watch is a 1968. It is completely original.
68 or 58?
58, sorry. Probably still a little bit of the after effects of Greece. So yeah, 1958, 5508.
And just to clarify, you said it's called a James Bond. Which James Bond?
Dr. No.
Dr. No was the film.
Yeah, and that was 1960.
And what was the actor of James Bond then?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery, okay.
Some people say the only James Bond. I'm a Roger Moore fan, just them vintage lapels. So, totally and utterly original clasp, original bracelet, original bezel. This has got the remnants of the little red triangle, but the pip's out. The rarity of this watch and the thing about the watch, Harry, is what we always talk about with vintage watches, is the patina on the dial. The dial's almost chocolate, the hands are original. The only little bad thing is that at some point it's had a very, very crude repair. Now, the watch needs a service and it needs an oscillating weight, which is imperative for the watch to last, but it's inside, it's totally not the original. I'm not going to do anything other than the service on this watch. It's going to be available in store very, very shortly for sale. With this dial, I'm going to put a bold statement out there. I think this watch is worth £30,000.
So if it was a clean, new old stock example?
I've seen them for 100 recently.
For 100?
And I've seen them with dials like this for £50,000. The vintage market is as good as ever, but I think, let's be realistic, if the gentleman wants to sell it, we need to be marketing it for around about the £30,000 mark. If anybody wants to buy it and they want this replacing...
Is that where the crude repair was on the class?
The crude repair, you can zoom up in on it very shortly, Harry, but if you want it lasering professionally to today's standards, I can do that. The watch is available, and then we can talk about how you want the watch to stay or how you would like the restoration to progress.
You know, I always like to ask you, how much would that watch have been when it was new?
Probably a couple of £100.
Right.
I mean, who would have known, again, this is something that I always answer with you, Harry, who would have known that a watch that was a couple of £100 would be in the realms of new old stock £100,000? I mean, this is the type of watch, if you were driving a classic 911 or riding a vintage motorcycle, would just look amazing on the wrist. And guess what? Look at all the modern Tudors. Oh, it's virtually identical.
Yeah, you can definitely see the inspiration.
This is where the homage, if that's the right word, comes for the modern Tudors.
The dial, how does the patina end up like that? Is it a reaction to just time? Is it the sunlight?
There is no... I've tried. I've got scrap dials and I've put them in tea. I've put them in acid. I've put water on them and put them in direct sunlight. I've put them in tungsten light. I've tried everything. Some dials will go. Some dials won't fade. You know, we had a Breitling recently where the guy just said it changed from blue to gold overnight. And he was right, because it was blue around the inner ring.
There's no rhyme or reason.
There's no rhyme or reason. We've had some fantastic vintage watches through Watchtrader Co in Jesmond of late. This is another one.
And what size is that?
Maybe 37.
And at the time, that
was 1958, Harry.
at the time, that would have been considered quite a big watch.
Big watch, yeah.
Right.
I've just been offered a vintage Omega gold case, and it's 38 mil.
And if you were a working professional, you know, in a regular profession, maybe you were an accountant
or a doctor,
that you'd have. So it was on the upper end. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
you to afford one of those.
I said to my father, who was an engineer, who was very successful, and he'd said, "What would you like for your 18th?" I said, "A Rolex." He said, "Think again." He asked me what I'd like for my 21st. I said, "A Rolex." He said, "Think again." My father bought me two vintage watches, one for me 18, one for me 21st. The more valuable, more precious to me, one's a Waltham and one's a Hamilton.
Okay.
Vintage classic wristwatches. But there you go. Little interesting one.
This is the Steel and Rose Datejust 41 chocolate, so it's similar to the Rootbeer.
I feel like that's something that Max has got, you know, man.
There's a Rootbeer there.
Yeah.
Mine's scratched up, so you better off looking at that.
So what's the cost of something like
16,500.
16. Right.
For a new piece, you're looking at like 17 to 17.5, around that. Right. It used to be like, 12 to 18 months ago, they were 25,000.
Right.
And then everything's came down and corrected, and now like that's the price.
So
You're probably like.
I do like them, man.
Do you know what?
This is what I said to you.
It's too blingy.
Yeah, too blingy.
Do you know, I like just a little bit. That's just got a little bit too much.
So that's got the full diamond bezel as well.
Yeah, the
There's a little bit in your face, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm not too much in your face.
What do you think of that though?
I do like it. I showed you this a while ago, man, and you said you weren't...
Right, probably because it had the rose gold in it.
So it's black face, brown and black bezel.
Brown and the blacks with the mix on.
Or Yacht-Master, chocolate face. That's nice as well. So that's... You can also get this with it's like almost like a slate face, like a black face.
I think that's what I got, man.
Yeah, Yacht-Master. That's also a good watch.
Yeah, they are nice.
These
Can't be having the same
40
watch,
mil watches. I think 40 mil for you is probably best. Like I wear 40 mil. So.
Right.
Or like smaller than that would be like a 36 like yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably
Is this
small.
is it the
Submariner that. No, that's they call that the Blueberry. I had a nickname off the Blueberry, so that's the new one. So it's the blue bezel black dial.
right?
You do get a Coke which is red and black, but we don't have one.
Right.
And then you get a Pepsi as well.
Do you have anything? Oh, that's the Pepsi.
Yeah.
Do you have anything with just gold and
Full
black?
gold. Full gold.
Full gold, but with black, gold and black.
Do we have the steel and gold GMT?
I'm going to grab out a steel and gold GMT as well, which is quite a good watch. So steel and yellow gold. It's good.
Right.
Don't do that. No, don't do that. Let's see. Yeah, I prefer the black face to
Do you prefer yellow gold or rose gold? What do you prefer?
yellow.
Yellow gold.
That's me. I mean,
Yeah.
it's up to Jam just.
Rose, the thing with like it's like rose gold's a little bit more modern than obviously yellow gold's very classic. You know, it never
Right.
goes out of fashion. Whereas rose gold came in fashion a few years ago, and everyone.
It's back as it was when I was younger. Rose gold was.
This is a good watch as well. So this is discontinued. So that's a steel and yellow gold.
Right.
GMT, so black face, steel and gold.
Right, so that stands out more, doesn't it? Those numbers.
So this is the same as the Rootbeer. So it's the same model GMT. Apart from this is the
Right.
yellow gold version, and this is the rose gold version.
Okay.
So they discontinued this one and then made this one as its like
Right,
successor.
I think that's my favourite out of them all.
I still like the root beer, man.
Pardon?
Still like the root beer.
I feel like you always
That
kind of go
one.
back to like what you originally liked as well.
With the black face.
Yeah.
So what's the difference in the prices?
I think that's around 20. So this is slightly
Right.
less.
Right, okay.
This is slightly
Are
less.
they the same size as well?
Yeah, 40mm.
Right.
The Daytona sits a little bit thinner on the wrist.
Oh, the
though, just
40?
because- yeah, 40mm.
Right.
Yours is 36.
Right,
So it wears a little bit bigger, but I think 40mm would probably be best size. Yeah, 40mm.
It's like that one that got that dropped off. I think that's
Yeah,
too
small.
small.
This is
It's
30,
tiny.
It's a
31.
ladies,
Yeah.
I
The
like
wrist
it
is
more.
tiny.
Yeah.
Like the new mid-size for ladies is 36 now. Same
Yeah.
size as yours.
Right, yeah,
It
absolutely.
used to be 26, but then like ladies are just wearing bigger watches now. Do you know what I mean?
Watches. So how often do you change yours?
I don't know how long I've had this for.
Too often,
yeah,
is it?
I had a Yacht-Master. I had the same as this one. I had one of those, but with the slaked face, and then I got this one, steel and rose. But I
Yeah.
probably won't change it for a long time.
You
to be
won't
honest.
now,
No,
no.
I like it. I don't think you get a better watch for like under 20 grand then. It would be.
Right, okay.
For value
Yeah.
for money, because a lot of this stainless steel watches, like even like this, is like 14,000. And then for an extra 2-3 grand, you're getting a steel and rose watch. So
Right, it's
value for
worth
money,
the
I think it's
extra.
yeah.
Do you might go back up then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are tending to go back up because everyone's jumping on them now because they're a very good price.
Yeah, yeah.
So when it was 25 grand, then it dropped to 20, 18, 17. Now it's at like 16 to 17 grand.
Right, so when you think that's saying they're going to jump up, how long?
So
they're not
when you
gonna
come for your
in,
21st, they're
what's
probably going to be
it?
20 grand.
Right, yeah.
Nah,
we'll have to
they
make
probably won't be,
sure.
but they will be
Right.
holding good value though.
So you've
So
got
whenever you're
some-
ready, just let
Right,
us know.
okay, well, we'll have to ask Dad what the budget is, because that's, you're talking there 16,000, aren't you? Which is,
Don't worry. Pocket change to him anyway, don't
special
worry.
birthday.
Exactly. 21st, you've got to have a
There you
special
go.
gift day.
Yeah.
When is it? When is it?
May 3rd, so
May.
Oh, not
so-
till next year now.
Yeah,
not till
yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we obviously think if we need to order something, we need to.
Well, we always have
but
them in
obviously
stock, or we can
you-
locate it for you.
Yeah,
but
you
if
can.
if it's something that I see the market going like even more, I can tell you like, look,
Yeah.
it's probably the time to buy now and put it away. If you can
You've
resist.
got our
like,
contact
waiting on it.
number as
yeah.
well,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
haven't you?
I'll give you a text, and Hendo will
Right.
take a look at the watch today. So.
Fabulous. That's great.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's
Perfect.
everything
Well,
done.
it
Thanks
was nice
very
to see you.
much.
Nice to see you,
Okay,
mate.
We'll
See
be
you later.
back.
Thanks a lot.
See you later. That was our previous customer who bought a Datejust 36. She has brought her daughter's watch in, which is a Datejust 31. I believe it wasn't bought from us. It does have a custom dial, and I think she is just wanting a service on the watch and just to make sure it's water resistant because they are going on holiday soon. She did bring her son, who's actually a friend of mine from a few years ago. He's looking to hopefully get a Rootbeer. So 126711 CHNR for his 21st birthday. So
Not a bad present, yeah.
I've told them that the prices are probably going to increase by the time they are looking to get one. So hopefully we can get a deal done soon and then put that watch away for his 21st birthday.
It's Friday afternoon on a big weekend. I'm late for an appointment and I'm late for a very important date in the pub.
But you've got a very important
But
watch,
I've got a
yeah.
very important watch. It's a 2007, and when I first saw the watch, I thought it was a datograph, but it's actually a Langematik. For our avid viewers, I had the audacity to call Lange & Son a German-Swiss brand. It's a German brand.
For those who don't know this brand though, in the watch world, this is like the equivalent to Patek.
Patek, yeah.
In the
I'm
German.
sorry, but for anybody that's into watches, these are Patek standard. They are priced very, very competitively. They're very famous. This has a date window at 12 o'clock and they're famous for their large date windows, big date. There's probably a German word for it. It's something to do with datograph, which is what I thought this was. The special thing about this watch, it's in platinum. So this watch is retailed over £100,000. I don't know exact. I mean, I'm not an expert on all watches. It's just properly grabbed me. It's just come in store. It's going to have a very, very light refurb with it being platinum. One of the things that I wanted to show you is, and we always talk about quality wristwatches, it's fantastic from the front with your night and day, but it's absolutely amazing from the back when you can see the exhibition back there, the glass case. There's not many watches come with a bit of kit like this. I've said many times that my father was an engineer and loved anything engineering. This box here, it's a Lange & Son watch winder. It's amazing. Bearing in mind, this is a 2007 model watch. Everything is leather bound. You get this is the sort of accessories that you get. That's a travel case. This is your watch instructions, your watch details, and an amazing, and I know you can't see this, that is a ton weight. So a very, very special watch that's going to go online very, very shortly for just under the £60,000 mark.
So just to confirm on that, there's 3 subdials at the bottom, and I'm going to tell you, so it tracks the month, it'll even do a leap year, it's a moon phase, a sub-seconds, day and date.
They call this, and not just Lange & Son, but they call this a 369 configuration of dials. So that's what that is there. I'm almost sure it's even got a leap year facility.
Yeah.
So you're talking about, this watch can be set up, put in a watch winder, and it'll run for 5 years.
Well, that's why it comes with a watch like that.
Watch winder. Put it this way, John will not be setting this up for the customer. I'll be getting the job to set this up, and it'll take a long time.
Yeah, on the side of the case.
To sync this watch. That's what, on the side of the case, that's what those pushers are for. And in the box, that's what that little tool is for. So it's a pin pusher. On the side of the case, those are functional pushers.
So they'll control the dials and the date.
You'll control the dial.
Okay, I see.
So it'll be an interesting day when we come to set it up. This belongs to a customer of ours. We've sold one of his watches and he has his new watch picked. Completely different curveball, and for anybody that knows Jack's favourite watch, he is looking for Jack's favourite watch.
So I'm reading here, I'm pronouncing this terribly I'm sure, Lange & Son produces only 5,000 watches a year. So that's not many more than Richard Mille. Richard Mille.
So it's in the realms of boutique watch manufacturing. If we were to do a little survey and if we were to go out to the pub later on and ask people about watches, I don't think many people will have heard this brand. I've got maybe half a dozen customers that have either owned or own these. It's very, very specialist. Because we're doing a segment on a classic gentleman's wristwatch, the gentleman I'm on about earlier on that gave us some watches to sell on Apro, and I thought this would tickle anybody. It's a Jaeger Memovox, and that's actually called a school bell alarm. So for when you were late at school, Bill, that was what you heard when you were running through the door. It's a school bell alarm. A completely different scope from the Lange & Son. This will be going on our website for around about the £5,000 mark. This is what £50,000 gets you. This is what £5,000 gets you.